Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is man like Abba Bako, Abba Bako. On the beat, on the everything on Radio Webster, Ghana. I am currently the long-serving president of the Student Government Association here at Webster University, Ghana. And yeah, I'm just a fun-loving person, just chilling. I'm also the captain of the football team. So yeah, I'm quite involved in a couple of 1, 2, 3 things. I am also dressed like this, and they have contained my little energy because I'm at work today. So I also intern at the Student Success Center here at Webster University. So yeah, welcome to More Life and welcome to especially my life. So what's up? It's been a long dream to graduate and tell my mother that, oh, I finished the degree. But yeah, it's actually overwhelming. I feel like, yeah, it's here, like graduation's here. And there's a long period of, there has been a long period of waiting where I have to be like, yeah, I need to graduate, I need to finish. It's here now and I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, I'm not ready for outside world though. I'm not ready to like work or like just be at home or national service. Actually, I am interested and I'm willing to go to national service, to go and train in camp, you know. If you know me, I want to be a mini Avenger somehow, somewhere. But yeah, I think I'm actually very overwhelmed that I feel like, yeah, I'm not ready for graduation and I'm not ready for anything to happen after school. But I think I'll be all right. I will definitely be all right. I've got support from very lovely people around me. Favor used to sometimes tell me that, yeah, you can do this or you can do that. Yeah, sometimes she says nonsense. Atlanta, Abigail, my parents, all my bosses, they keep telling me you are going to be very, very fine. Even Krista, Director Sanders, has told me that you go into the professional world and you excel. A lot of people have said these kind of things, but I still don't see it. But I just keep telling myself that, I have this and I'll definitely show my energy anywhere I go. So yeah, we got there all right, all of us, class of 2021. The post-corona lockdown class. We got there all right. If we survived corona, we got here, don't worry, we'll be fine. We'll definitely be fine. Yeah, so a lot of people used to think that I don't have sense. I actually have a lot of sense. I can go back and get more sense if I could, though, because I've made a couple of mistakes that, oh yeah, you know, everybody makes mistakes in this life. The problem is, or not the problem actually, the best thing is to find a way to fix those mistakes or learn from those mistakes. I've learned from a couple of them. I've learned how to deal with people. I think that's one of my biggest strengths, on how to try and understand people and deal with them. Not get angry in certain situations, know how to compose yourself and reply people in very creative and diplomatic ways, so you don't blow up the situation or just get people more angry. And I think that's one of my biggest strengths, or learning how to control my emotions, my anger emotions especially. Yeah. So my weaknesses, I think I overthink things, so I can just sit down and just over exaggerate or over analyze every situation. And I also obviously always try and find the best solution, but also it is also emotionally and mentally draining. So I think that's one of my, I emotionally and mentally drain myself a lot. And I think it's something that I need to learn how to deal with and just go like, yeah, this situation, I've thought about it, I can't solve it or I can't do anything, let it go, let it be on the side. I think I also would want to go back in time and go to the gym more. You need to build these muscles. You know, you need to change some kind of things. I need to be looking like the man behind the camera or all those gym rats around campus. Even if even if I am one of the more fit people on campus, just put it out there that sometimes we do indulge ourselves in some fitness sometimes. I actually would, if I would go back, I wouldn't stop myself from working. I wouldn't take breaks from my workouts and all of that. So I feel like that would have helped me mentally as well, because when I work out, I relieve a lot of stress and it helps me think better and all of that. So sometimes they say the idle mind is the devil's workshop. So those kind of things, when you're just sitting down like that, the devil will just come and whisper some nonsense in your ear, man. Or you send his agents, all his agents that are around me that they know themselves. Let's not mention anybody's name like this. All these people that used to come and just whisper nonsense into your ear and encourage you to do absolutes, to just cause chaos in life. God, you are seeing them. Ramadan is coming. God, push them away from us. Hey! But yeah, it's been a wonderful experience. I think the mixed match of good and bad has been very interesting, and it has made me who I am today. So yeah. I think, surprisingly, my leadership skills, or just being in the student government association and all of that, a lot of things actually, I didn't think, well, part of me didn't really understand that I could come back to Africa and come and maybe be president of the SGA, be vice president working under a very annoying individual, like very, oh God, so many times I wanted to strangle her head. Yeah, press her neck like, but yeah, she did well. You did well, actually. I'll tell you that you did well. So my accomplishments, I think a lot of things actually, like coming, I didn't really think I would integrate back into like the African world. So I think Webster University really helped me into like coming and integrating back into Africa, where you meet a lot of people. If you went to like probably a local university back in Nigeria, I would have suffered. Yeah. I would have been probably stigmatized and just seen as that guy that came back from abroad or something like that. So I think I've achieved the fact that I still maintain being myself, being my social self, and being everybody's everybody. Try to be everybody's everybody, and then get into these leadership positions. Even if some people say they come naturally to me, I still feel like you have to push hard for them to come. So yeah, I think one of my achievements should be being one of the people that started this radio website something. When, you know, obviously there's Nana, then there was me by the side like this. I was just hanging by a thread. I was just like, yeah, I support you guys, mostly because I had experience from it. I also think starting the football team, it was one of my more pronounced accomplishments, because when I came, there wasn't actually a team. Yeah. It was just them just struggling to play at small parks. I started organizing games. I got them jerseys. We got matches. We even got a coach, and even training time. So I think yeah, those are some things that I would put out there. Also, maybe getting an internship here at the school, getting to know almost all the staff, and knowing the life out of every single one of them, because then again, there are ones that annoy me and there are ones that I'm afraid of. Let's not mention names. There are ones that if I see them, I used to run away. So if you know that you have not been seeing me around, don't worry, I used to run away from you. I'll just tell you now that I've graduated, so you know. I won't mention any name. If you know, you know, don't worry. So yeah, I feel like I've done quite a bit. And shout out to all the people I've met too, you know. I didn't know that I would mix with people like Favor like this. See Favor like this, hey God. Favor, Toby, Bani, there's a lot of people. I can start listing names and names on names on names, but shout out to everybody. And shout out to all the new people I've met as well. 2020, during pandemic, post 2020, still during pandemic, that will be washing our hands and there's no food coming after. God, take this pandemic away now. So yeah, because you meet a lot of different characters here. You work under a lot of different type of people, and I think those leadership roles I have told you about or I have mentioned have made me understand that certain people come or have different type of mentalities, that you would obviously meet this person, they'll tell you do this in a certain way, or you meet this person, I want it done like this. If it's not like this, I don't want it again. So that will prepare you obviously to go into the working field where you know that you have to expect anything and you have to be prepared for almost anything, any scenario. So I think I'm that kind of person that wants to be prepared for everything. Anything you throw at me, I would have an answer. So I think I've developed this problem-solving skill that I feel like I'm almost ready for outside, even if I strongly believe I'm not. But I tell myself that I am strong. I'm strong and I'm ready for outside. Whatever it throws at me, come at me. I will handle you anyhow anyways.
Okay, so this is interesting because we had a blog post sometime that I wanted to create. We were writing a blog post and we sent out a questionnaire, and the question was, what is your dream job? And this human being over here gave like a list of things. Oh, he wants to be a lawyer, he wants to be
oh wow,
he wants to be in the military. No, he wanted to be a lawyer. I mean, he was studying to be a lawyer, and then at the end he was like, oh, if all things don't go well, he wants to be Magic Mike. So is that still a valid?
No, please, let's be very, very guided, I beg. Yeah, I think the dream is if everything fails, you drop school and become a stripper in some ways. But look at me, who am I stripping for? What's that? The dream is still, I am if all fails, I'll join the military and I'll do coup in Nigeria and I'll take over Nigeria. That's the main problem. So if you know that you have done wrong in Nigeria, just know that I'm coming for you if you let me join the military. So yeah, I think part of the reason I wanted to study law and then join the military, or international relations and join the military, was because there's a lot of kind of oppression or injustice that goes on, and I feel like with those two offices, especially with the military aspect of it, you would have a lot of control or a lot of power to try and make change. Not necessarily be a political person. Even if you mix politics with military power, you kind of have this authority that will give way to change a lot of things. I think even in the paramilitary or the military aspect of Nigeria, there's a lot of misunderstandings, there's a lot of things that happen behind the scene that people don't understand. There's a lot of human rights violations. We need to kind of fix those kind of things. If we fix that, the insecurity and everything in Nigeria would go away. All these issues of bandits and Boko Haram will handle it, because if you have people that have the right mindset, people that can collaborate properly, all these things, you hear that today in Katsina they've taken 300 students, tomorrow in Kaduna they've taken 200. Where are these people finding this? Is it granules that they're stealing? What's that? You have to like find strategic ways, tactical ways to do it. That's why Dr. Anchidanso is a person that I look up to very much, because he knows how to explain these kind of things. He will give you and dissect these kind of issues that, okay, this is how you do this is how you do that. I've spoken to him about this a couple of times. I want to join the military. Even if I don't become an officer, I want to have the mindset of a military training type of thing. So yeah, it's interesting. I sometimes think that these things are interesting, so yeah. And besides, I want to train because I still want to be an Avenger. I don't know how Avengers are going to come out, but I want to be an Avenger in Nigeria. A business idea will be opening a multi-purpose type of hall. Yes, a hall or a pitch, a massive multi-purpose type of event center, where you can retro for a football pitch. You can play a football pitch. You can turn it into an event hall. You can turn it into a wedding. People in the north of Nigeria like weddings. They also like playing football, so this can like tackle them in both ways. Where the pitch is there. If you want to play a full-size pitch, pitch it to banks, they come to exercise. If not, you open it for the youth centers. You get people, or you get the government to try and incorporate it and pay for it. So I feel like even if I don't make money, I'm changing something in the society where they don't have to play on sand pitches, they play on AstroTurf, so they can move forward and develop. So it doesn't necessarily have to be for me making profit, but for me building our community, because that's dear to me. Football is like something that is part of me. I grew up seeing my father watch football or talk about football. I've met a bunch of Nigerian football players, the coaches. So it has been part of me for a long time, even if I can't play. We thank God. But yeah, I think that's one thing. The other thing might be just, I don't know, we'll start selling tea somewhere, man. If it doesn't work out, to open a tea shop like this. A lot of people drink tea too, so flavored tea. Suya flavored tea like this. Drinking tea that tastes like suya. But yeah, I think I'm not really a business-minded, too business-minded. I feel like I can work more with people. So business isn't really, but I can support businesses, I can consult, I can give like ideas. So yeah, that can be my business strategy. I can be a consultant for almost everything. So yeah, let's use that. As a global citizen, I think that word is always used everywhere you hear Webster University, especially Webster Ghana, because diversity is something that we carry like on our heads like this. We used to telemo it, used to put it on our heads. So I think last month I was involved in a diversity talk where they were showing us things. They were talking about a little panel from St. Louis to Leiden to Thailand, a lot of people. So it had different minds in it, and this gives us the idea that we are different in so many ways, and our differences makes us unique, and it makes us special as well. So I have met and crossed paths with so many different people from, this year I met people from Central African Republic. I have never in my life, I've met people from like Wuhan, China, and I haven't met people from like Central African Republic, and we're all Africans. So this year I've gotten the chance to meet people from there, people from Rwanda, even Ghanaians that are mixed with other cultures or other nationalities. So I think this mixed match of things or ideas or perspectives that I've gotten from all of them will help me so much if I go on beyond Webster University or outside world, the real world, where Today, if someone speaks small to you, I'll like, hey, you have done it too, you have spoiled this thing. I'll say, hey, I'll shock you small like this thing. If you look at me and you don't think that I can speak outside and you say Barka, I'll look at you, okay, my Barka, I'll speak to you in a different. If you speak French like this, you're on your own, no, I don't know how to reply you guys. But yeah, those kind of things. So I think the perspective, especially like working with people like Director Sanders, you get to have meetings with her, she'll give you a whole different light. Dr. Williams, Abigail Adlina, Angela Baxter, Eli Tete, Favor, I'll not mention your name. You're a Port your mindset is different from everybody else's one. But yeah, working with people like Favor as well, the former SGA, everyone, literally everyone that I've crossed paths with, you've either influenced me in a positive way, even if it's a negative way, I've found a way to make it positive because I have found a way to know that I can deal with you in a different way without without making you aggressive or without getting aggressed. So I think it's very important to have an open mind when it comes to these kind of things. So yeah, website, you do all, Chai. Right now, just and I've learned a couple of things. I have like alter ego, so I can switch to like Ghanaian, something like this. So if I go outside like this, if I get a job in China, say Charlie, what's up? Everything cool, you speak that. If it's paused like this now, I want to go to some French listeners. Today we are learning about the French accent. If you cannot speak the language, you use the accent. You try and develop the accent. But yeah, you can switch like that. If everything's spoiled again, I'll go back to Sokoto and I'll speak everything. We'll do it like that. But yeah, I will learn French just in case so that I don't fake the accents too much.
And I know you love me. I love you too.
I don't love you. Stop that. Unless you're giving me food like this, don't talk to me, Joe.
You say we'll cook egusi for you.
The boy just way too bossy.
What can you say?
Stormzy in it. He's rapping in it.